a bunch of picks you could go for. And both of these mid laners have champion Oceans, so really comes down to Chovy. And it looks like the Corki is going to be the choice here as the final pick for the side of Gen.G. And we'll see if they can control that early game, or will Gen.G scale up as we hop into the Rift for game number 1.
They do some early work, but not really where Paze and Lance have excelled. Then there is also Zeus starting with a Cole here. So really looking to just scale into a big mid-game threat as soon
That
as
will blind pick the Jace and be very happy to go for it as we have aggression. The flash bubble, gonna get a flash out of Lehens as Owner was making his presence felt in the bottom lane. Gonna free up Guma and Keria to go for a back rate on this one. Part of the reason why I was surprised that this is his first time playing it this year, as he has a 16 win streak. Played it 9 times in 2022 spring.
we see Owner try and make a visit as we have a possible topside gank here.
Yeah, we did just see Keen kind of bait that one out. Now we have the Ghost coming out, all out used as well. And Zeus not going to be able to flash away from this one. It's first blood given over to Keen in the top lane. Excellently set up.
Also was able to pick up an early plate and does have a CS lead. Because, uh-oh.
Zeus did hold on to his flash from the last gank. Might have to use it here. As Smite's going to come down. That is a miss on that one. He does elect to just knock him away, and there's the flash, but he uses it right into the W of the Cassante, and he is just absolutely dead as the return gank comes through from Canyon, and it is absolutely successful.
Herald, because if they just let this game go to mid to late with Gen.G in their pure comfort zone, with great engage, and a Felios Corki. Yeah, I
yeah.
that one.
I mean, there have been like back and forths in the bottom lane and stuff, but the early game impact from Canyon has been huge. Speaking of which, he comes down bot to give Knight's Vow, and also just to make his presence felt. Yeah, Faker backing on a ward, but Chovy actually stopped his back, so Faker's like, maybe we just try to stop this one as the tidal wave comes through. It's a Rel. You're never going to steal that one away. And there you go. It's another Drake over to Gen.G. We have Ocean Soul coming through.
And for T1, it would actually be quite good to deal with some of the Corki poke if they can pick up multiple of these Drakes as...
Oh, there's the Gravitum. And a TP behind them. Guma and Keria in so much trouble as Guma will be left to the fishes. They give this kill to Paze as well. And look at this. Zeus nearly dies. We do have Owner up in the top lane, but I don't think you're ever getting Keen. One second gets the max range knockup. And Keen in the 1v2 picks up his 3rd kill.
You're not allowed to win both sides of the map at the same time. And Gen.G just completely running away with the early game with a composition that has a scaling advantage.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You remember the old days of just going for like Zeri and an Azir, and you just win the early game anyway, and yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember a certain team that was pretty good at doing that map. And Lehens is in a very awkward spot. He is Lulu, so maybe he just is fine. He will win the trade with Redemption for now, as Wild Growth does have to be used. Faker flashing the wall to get away from Canyon, as it did kind of turn into a bit of a bait. Lehens did have to use Redemption and Wild Growth, but they get the flash out of Faker.
Well done, and so much of this is T1 trying to go for a counterpunch.
Yeah, not sure if this is really going to amount to too much, as immediately TP comes in from Chovy, and that will be stifled.
Oh, he doesn't have
TP. Take Lehens' head off, but he's got heal. He's got his Redemption back. Does not have Wild Growth, and will have wanted to use that here on one of his other members of his team. T1 still wrapping around, trying to contest this. Chovy with the package here as well. Faker trying to beat this one out early as some poke does come out. Canyon looking for the engage. They get the cleanse out of Guma as package immediately out of Faker. He's in so much trouble. Look at his health bar on the top side. Down he goes as the turret will help them out. And Faker immediately is taken down. That'll be a 3rd Drake going to Gen.G as T1 will give up on it. And they're looking for a bit more. I mean, Guma's taking maximum damage here as a cube comes down. Guma not going to get all outed here by Keen.
No.
And Keen takes 0 damage, right? He's taking negative damage. He has so much armor. This one.
Keen, who I thought was going to be one of the biggest weak points here just because of how good Zeus has been. Just with the help of Canyon, has been able to do so much work.
Tidal Wave coming in. Also committing onto Keen. I mean, you just immediately die. That's never going to work as desperation from T1. And Gen.G immediately put that one down as 5 members here in the mid lane just continuing to pressure up, but they run out of a wave. Zeus is going to miss the shock blast. They're just going to back away from it for now.
He just doesn't care.
Yeah.
Like,
no, he doesn't take damage. Like, why even fire the shock blast at him?
guys? Yeah, this is the
Don't
pressure.
even bother.
They just used Scryers just to make sure that they're not doing the objective. We're literally right at the spawn.
And you see that Gen.G is setting up for this one. Keen in the top side. And yes, they can deal damage to the squishies. You see that T1 are trying to do that, but you get close to the sun, you're probably going to get burned, as we did see there. Keen is going to TP pretty early on this one. And it's going to take a decent amount of damage. Got to be careful about just taking free damage after all. As I think that was a shock blast in the Keen. I don't even see his health bar move. Redemption was used early, but now Keen in the front line. Faker trying to get some poke down. Has a ton of damage already in Owner. He's just going to get burst down. Immediately the package comes out as Guma bursts to a crisp in the back line, as one missile could do it, but they don't even really care about him. They take away Zeus from the map, and Guma is just trying to survive here for as long as possible. One auto would do it. And I think Chovy, yeah, he's just going to clean that one up. Doing the most damage at only 200 or 2,800, and it is a massive wipe in favor of Gen.G.
Really, the hardest thing now is...
Oh boy, he's just going for it, man. He's just Valkyrieing forward, looking for kills. He's like, 4 is not enough. And yeah, I mean, T1 desperate to just try to get anything, but they are going to lose this inhibitor as Gen.G storm through the front gates. They get the mid-inner as well. And, I mean, at this point, Faker just going to try to TP in, but it is maximum desperation as Keen's going to get that knock up here onto Faker. He's in a bit of trouble as 1v5 he's doing more damage. A massive engage comes in immediately from Canyon, and they all get blown to smithereens. As right through the front door, Gen.G going to win this game in 27 minutes.
No deaths!
It's over. No deaths, 12 kills, make it 13. This first game is an absolute flattening from Gen.G. As Chovy's going to pick up his 7th kill. They want to get him legendary. It's not going to happen. They don't care. GG as Gen.G take the first win in excellent fashion.
Any of these champions, your life is just going to be miserable. And I don't even know who to give the most credit for. Pays and Lands, I think, performed Canyon and Chovy. Right? But like, I think even in the 2v2, Pays and Lands